Daily Broadside, day 404. 404 not found, whatever it says. I've decided that I think the most lucrative job that a man could have in America, although the middle part's slightly illegal in most states, would be a triumvirate of skills. Would be handyman, gigolo, and pedicurist, or whatever those toe people are called. Go over, you knock on the door, you fix a hole in the drywall, then you sand down her toes to perfection. And I think that you would be tipped generously if you had the skills to pay the bills. I don't pop pills, but I send. All right. Anyway, I don't know where that thought came from, but that's what I came up with. Yeah. I wonder, you ever see the people that are like falconers? I don't know what the word for like an eagler or a hawker is, but a falconer is actually a thing. I'm sure there's a word for the other two birds, but yeah, they got them big thick gloves and all. I wonder how quickly it took somebody to learn how to sew the first time they had one of them little bastards come flying in at 80 miles an hour and land on their arm and just avulse all the skin on their arm right off. That looks like that hurts even with the little leather glove that's probably 2 inches thick. It's a very strong lesson learned there in the world of eagling and hawking and falconering. You got these, watched a great whale get, not a great whale, a great white shark get beached on a beach. It was apparently in North Carolina not too long ago. And great white sharks are quite larger than most people think, they're like 1,800 pounds or something like that, 20 some feet long maybe, I don't know. Anyway, massive creatures nonetheless. I just don't understand how things that big get beached, You never see smaller fish getting beached like that. It's always these big things, I know when I'm in a pool or the ocean. I know when I'm coming up on, hey, I can stand up, how do you as a whale, something that massive, A, get that close to land and not know, and B, it's not like there's a sandbar right there at the beach. Your dumb ass has got to feel something on the underside of your whale belly that, hey, I'm touching sand that I shouldn't be touching. I'm not normally touching. Oh, I'm stuck in the yard. That doesn't stand to reason how that actually happens. And if I had to pick 3 sandwiches with mostly cured meats to pick for the remainder of my life, I could only have these 3 sandwiches. I would go with pastrami and Colby, roast beef and Munster, and a German bologna with pepper jack. Those would be my 3 choices. Don't ask me why, but those are the combinations that I have come up with heretofore, and that's what I would stand with. And if you're not familiar, a lot of meth addicts, particularly the females, will carry coloring books and markers and all with them because they got to have something to do that just occupies their time, and they'll just sit there and color with markers because their mind is so fried and frazzled and just driven by all the meth they got pulsing through their system. But I wonder if they ever think to themselves when they are adults and they're 32 in a shady hotel room doing a coloring book and meth, if they're like, man, I never thought that I would do a coloring book past the age of 7 when I first did coloring books. It's got to be an odd adult activity to do and something to buy. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe more people buy coloring books as adults than I believe. I haven't bought a coloring book, or I probably never bought a coloring book, but I haven't had a coloring book in my possession since probably 40 years now. It's just, but then again, I don't use methamphetamine either, so it's not really necessary in this walk of life. Hey, giddy up.